Welcome to Statistics. This is an overview of the syllabus for this year. It's an opportunity for me to kind of get you to understand what's in this course and kind of the rules of the road before we dive in for a year of analyzing data and drawing inferences. Okay, so the top here is the course overview. It's pretty dense. A lot of this really isn't going to make sense until you get into it in the course. Some of the key here is that we will be greatly leveraging the TI-83 or 84 calculator. Hopefully at this point all of you have a 84 graphing calculator. That would be great. It is a requirement for this course that you do have one each day, and you need to be bringing that to class because this calculator is very this course is very calculator heavy. So the rest of that is just about topics we're going to cover: analysis of data, averages, variation, regression, correlation, probability, normal curves. That's pretty straightforward. It's just what the course is about. We will be meeting during A block. That's my name. My free periods are B, D, and G. My preferred mode of communication is email. So if you want to hit me, make sure that you do it via email. I will respond to that fastest. And you need to check your email day in, day out, because I will send things via email. I will assume that you have read them, and that's like a hill I'm going to die on. You're going to got to check your email. The objectives of the course are listed here. The early parts of the course are about summarizing data. Then we look at probability. Then we leverage that to do hypothesis testing. And we look at, whether or not mathematical models fit. This again is material that until you're in the course, you're not going to make a whole lot of sense from it, but it's there. All right, so there is a textbook for the course. It's called Elementary Statistics. It's a pretty good one. It is used in a lot of first semester college courses. It's by a guy named Mario Triola. He's been around a long time. We're in the 12th edition of it. At least he may have released newer editions, but we're working with the 12th. You don't need to bring the book to class every day, because my assumption is like, hey, your backpack gets heavy. I'm trying not to kill you. So you don't need to bring that every day. However, you do need to do the readings from the book. Okay, so like you're only going to get half the course if you're just following along with notes and doing the in-class exercises. You will get a much more full, complete understanding of statistics if you do the assigned readings. And I'm going to kind of beat that drum all year. Are you doing the readings? Because if not, you're going to be lacking understanding of things. They're not long readings. They're targeted and they're aligned with the notes that you're going to get. But make sure you're doing the readings. You need the calculator every day in class. You need to have a pencil. You cannot come to class without something to write with. And you need to have your laptop, okay? Because we do use the computer, and we're making the assumption that you have the laptop in class. This is basically the year as I've laid it out. You can pretty much write down your assessment dates. There's going to be 8 this year. That is like subject to massive revision, snow days or I don't know, weird stuff happens and we have to adjust. If I adjust, I will always adjust these dates in the syllabus, and there will always be a current copy of the syllabus on Schoology. All right, so note that these are how the dates are as of August 24th, but this is all subject to change, and I will announce in class via email and update in Schoology any changes in dates that we make. But this can give you a chance to outline things. Like, for example, I am going to add right now, because we know it, the date for the mathematics midterm exam is on 12/16. So I'm going to go up to the top here and say that I revised this on 8/24. This is now version 3.4 of the syllabus. And we clearly see that the math exam is now on 12/16 because we know that date. Now you'll notice that there's no final exam here. Okay, so for those of you who are trying to wrap your head around this, there will be, in most courses, 2 exams this year. So instead of having March exams, there will be December and there will be May exams. That was a decision that the school community made, and we're honoring that. So the reality of it for this course is that you will still only have 1 exam because generally speaking, courses or seniors, because of the ISP experience, will not have a spring exam. So we'll get into how that works numerically with grades in a minute. But so the only math exam that you have to worry about here is in December. It'll be on the 16th of December. So there you go. We've updated the syllabus as we're speaking. All right. Grading policy. In this course, you will receive the following grades. Okay, so this is the bit where people are going to get confused. Because once again, we have changed how your final grade for the course will be. Okay, so your final grade in the course will be an average of 2 semester grades. There'll be a semester 1 grade, there will be a semester 2 grade. In each semester, your semester grade will combine 2 grades. One is your course grade, which will be 80% of your semester grade, and the other will be your semester exam grade, which will be the 20% of that semester grade. The course grade comes from 2 sources in my class. It'll come from summative assessments, which are generally speaking those 8-unit tests, and this will comprise 90% of your course grade. And formative assessments, which will be basically quizzes, will comprise the other 10% of the grade. Now, big note here, because you are graduating seniors, there will be no second semester exam. So your second semester will be different than your first. Your first semester has this 80-20 split. 80% from the course grade, 20% from your exam grade. In the second semester, there's no exam, so 100% of the semester grade for the second semester will come from your course grade, those summative and formative assessments. Okay, so just to be aware of that, that's how we roll in this class. In the spirit of someone who knows statistics as opposed to someone who seems to know the material that comprises these subjects, there will be no extra credit, okay? So don't even ask. It's not coming. You look at me and you say, can I get extra credit for this? I'm going to say no, because it's in the syllabus. No. All right. So you will be given the option to retake 2 summative assessments during the school year. So there are 8 summative assessments. You can retake 2. Retakes must be done within 1 cycle of the day in which the assessment is returned. You should notify the teacher of your intention to retest via email within 1 day of the assessment. When the assessment in question being returned, a retest score will be averaged with the score of the earlier test. So if you got a 70 and you retest with a 90, the score will be an 80. Okay, we'll add them and divide by 2. So you get 2 per year. The other thing that I want to note is I will get tests back as quickly as I can. Usually it is not me who holds up tests getting back. It is usually your classmates who have been absent for some reason. And me trying to make sure that that test is fair. I will withhold the tests until everyone has taken it, and once everyone has taken it, I will return them. Okay, so a little playground logic here. If you are lagging on making up a test, you're keeping everybody else from getting their tests back, and that's going to annoy them. So make sure that you are keeping up on your makeup work. All right, keep in mind that assessments will be graded in such a way that the grade reflects your understanding of the content being assessed, your ability to persevere, your ability to think critically, your ability to work creatively, your ability to work collaboratively in preparation. Usually the tests are not collaborative exercises, but, you know, we're there. And your willingness to be curious, okay? So these are, you know, those critical thinking skills that we'd like you to have. I will make comments about those on your report cards when I get to make comments. So be thinking that that's where I'm going to base my comments on. And we also have the work habits bits with engagement. You know, you should not be sleeping in my class or texting or holding a conversation with your neighbor. You should be engaged. You should be attentive to detail, because details are important, especially in mathematics. How organized are you? Do you self-advocate? Okay. Students who do best are the ones who are, like, always asking questions, always getting help when they don't understand things, seeking out help when you need it. Okay. Timely completion of work. You know, things need to be done on time, right? All right, attendance. All of this is straight from the student handbook. I am not making this up, okay? So if you mix work for an unplanned absence, such as an illness, you got to talk to me on the day you get back to school. We work out arrangements for making up the missed work. You submit on the day that you come back what was due the day that you missed, because you should have done it. Day and boarding students may arrange to take a missed quiz or test during the proctored evening study hall if you are not able to schedule a time during the academic day. So if you got a free, we can make it up then. Also, keep in mind, you know, you can come to study hall. It's there. You can stay for dinner. Grab study hall, take the test, whatever. But it's an option to you. Whether the absence is planned or unplanned, students are responsible for understanding the following following the specific expectations regarding missed work of each department and teacher. Okay. Also, a student who knows in advance that they will miss one or more classes for a reason other than a school-organized field trip or activity must obtain a request for a planned absence form. Right, so you bring me the form, I sign it, you know, you follow all the procedures. Whenever possible, planned absence forms should be requested at least 2 academic days prior to the absence. Generally encouraging. Okay, so class cuts here, like if you cut a class, you get 6 demerits, okay? This is defined as missing more than half a class, which is 30 minutes or more, right? Generally incurring 1 demerit is being late to class by up to 10 minutes. Being more than 10 minutes will incur 2 demerits. Being late for more than half the class, 6, right? So 0 to 10, 1, 10 to 30, 2, 30 to 60, 6. Okay. There we go. Academic honesty policy. Don't cheat. Don't copy each other's work. This kind of stuff. Right? Collaboration is a tricky bit. So I'm going to tell you how I define collaboration. If 2 students are collaborating on an assignment in my class, they should share a sheet of paper. They should write down their collaboration on that sheet of paper. They should figure out how to do everything. And then they should take that piece of paper and dispose of it in a recycling bin. And then the 2 students sitting in different places should create work that they can call their own. It can be based on what's on that sheet of paper, but there should be 2 independent responses. Okay? And that would be a really good example of how to collaborate without cheating. All right, so that is the syllabus. Like I said, if there's any amendments to this, you will get them in class, in email, and it will be updated on this document in Schoology, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, so here we go. 2019, 2020, woohoo, class of 20. All right.